All right, hi everyone. This is Kushal Shishmali and welcome to YouTube channel. A very important thing I want to talk about, and it's based on my experience so far. I don't think I'm wrong here because of my experience. It's a very short experience, but I'm pretty sure that there could be people who have different opinions. As I always say, that is either right or wrong for yourself. I would like to just share it with you all. There's a lot of people who come up with, hey, how do I read a code? Or, for example, if you're trying to contribute to open source repository, or let's say just leave open source, you're also in a corporate world and you're trying to understand something. How will you do it, right? So, I'll take an example and I'll try to give you a really quick walkthrough. So, I'm in my context pilot code base, by the way. On the left, there's a config file, context pilot.json file. If you are confused, you can go to my YouTube channel and try to understand what context pilot. Enough videos about it. But this is a config file on the left, and the code base is on the right. Okay, you guys understand left and right? Very simple thing. The code base. I mean, what over here is you have two parameters: file count threshold and commit hashes threshold. Now you want to understand how this config file is used. You want to understand, okay, where, how, what happens if I edit it? What happens if I break it? Right. So there are two things you can do generally. First, try to break it. And how do you break it? Right. You can always break things and they will show some errors to you and all, depending on the maturity of the project. Maybe it's still starting up, so maybe it will crash. And if it's used by a lot of people and it's been debugged before, so they will probably give you logs or give you defaults. But for that you need to build it from source. Okay, so the very first way that I'm going to tell you about is always try building things from source. So let's do that. Cargo build release. When I do that, as you can see, it's built from source. Now I'm done. Now what I can do is I can try changing a few things here. As you can see, I've edited this thing, commit hashes threshold, and D is removed now. Okay, so you want to see what happens after this. So you can go to nvim src main.rs. Now see, by default, if I try to use it, let's say if I'm trying to use it like this, target release, what is it, context pilot, I think I have some, yeah, you can see this. So, generally these kind of arguments, how to run this, you can actually, if you're confused, hey, I won't even know this command, you can try running any binary or any output from the build, and you will see that they have these arguments. Okay, what does it mean? So I have a default way to call it. You can always figure this out by reading the very short documentation. Right, as you can see, it says missing field commit hashes threshold. You guys see this thing, right? Now it gives you enough opportunity for you to take a look. Okay, line number 4, they're expecting something because it's ending, and they're saying, hey, we didn't get this. Okay, so you got the error already, and now you know. But what you do is you go back to where is it coming from. You see it's coming from src slash config impl.rs. Okay. By the way, what I have to do right now is I have to either copy this file and then try to open it Westum. My another project will enable it to directly click on it and open it for you. Amazing stuff coming. And if you guys want to catch along, you can always do that. But anyways, what was the I forgot the line number. That's why my project is there. It's 33. Okay. All right. My bad. Sorry. It's 33 line number. Yeah, there you go. Right. This is where. So I'm doing config deserialize. I'm getting the mute config stream. I'm just passing the mutable reference to it. I'm then trying to get the output from it. If it fails, it will give you expected config to be deserialized. Probably the format is wrong. It gives you that. Okay. And if you see the last time you ran this, it says expected config to be deserialized. Probably the format is wrong. And then it gave you the error, which is amazing, right? And all you have to do is, okay, now I understand where is it calling. So in terms of code reading, what you can do from there is just go to 33rd line and then try to backtrace, right? Okay, this is being called by what function? Where is it coming from? You can add logs, you can trace it down, you can add stack trace. For example, if in Python, you can use traceback module, you can do a lot of things. You can hit breakpoints, you can try seeing the stack, which function is calling it, which function is calling it, and so on and so forth, right? These are very interesting things, but there's another way to do it, which is it depends, kind of, as I said, how huge the repository is and how big the project is, right? How mature it is. So let's say you want to figure this out, that okay, what is it? So once, very simple thing, that this is a key. File count threshold is definitely a constant, otherwise why will someone have it? So what I can do is I can try to search for it. Okay, I have to probably copy this. Was it copied? Okay, I can just type, sorry. So as you can see, it appears in a lot of files, right? So let me open it over here, right? So you can see Command Q. Why does it not open? Okay. Anyways, so you can see that it appears in a lot of files, right? And you can try and see, okay, it's used here, it's used here, it's used here. There's a constant. Then you can try to understand, okay, what is the possibility that this is the one I'm using for? As I said, once it gets bigger and bigger, it's very difficult to find. But based on experience, what you can do is, you know that this, of course, it's possible that this constant is being used somewhere and all. What if I just search for the file name? So I can just search for contextfile.json file. And it's used in only one file. Then you can try and look for this constant that stores a string, right? So these are the ways that you can explore and try to read the code base. I can make another video about it, how to do it in open source huge repositories, for example, PyTorch or OpenCV. But in general, the idea is to always follow the intuition. You will not have the best documentation. You will never have the most updated documentation. There might be still a PR that is fixing the documentation. People are still working on it, right? It's always possible. There's nothing best, but it's always possible that for you, what you're looking for, it's there, but you're just not making extra efforts to find it. Don't get scared by the huge code lines and all. First of all, if a single file has more than 10,000 lines of code, either it's something that you should not be reading right now, or probably they didn't get time to refactor it, or they are just too big. Like, I don't know. But yeah, generally files should be doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Each function should be doing a single thing if they follow the principles, but it depends, right? So don't get scared. Try to look at the usage of a thing, then try to understand. As I said, best way is definitely try to build it from source, break things up, put logs, breakpoint, stack trace, look at what is it calling, where is it coming from. These are the things that might help you in the future as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy learning as much as you can. As I said, there are better people than me out there who can talk more about it, but it's not. I just realized that a lot of people still ask me this thing, and it's worth it when I talk about it. Like, why can't I just upload on YouTube? If someone thinks I'm wrong, put that in the comments. But if they are wise people, they'll, rather than calling it out wrong, they'll say that it can be done better. So I'll of course appreciate if you think I'm wrong, come up with a better solution and help out people in the comments down below, and I'm very much open to it. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like the content, please make sure to hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. If you don't like the content, let me know in the comments down below. Be kind, be kind, please. Okay, but please let me know your feedback, and that's it. Hope the sound quality is nice. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about it. But yeah, thank you so much. This is Kushash Rishman. Bye bye.